Good Fella Radio Show. Got the homie Dash in the building. Got the homie Rich. What's going on, homie?
Hey, shit, man. I'm chilling.
Just chilling? Jet style?
You know, regular life stuff. You know how I do, man.
What I want to do is make sure we give a formal introduction to Rutgers University at the Good Fella Radio fans on the homie Rich.
Yeah.
Once again, not official family of Dame Dash and the Air Empire, but inherited.
Yeah, no, this is my brother from another mother. I grew up with this kid right here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Has rapping been always the...
It was more or less like when we were younger, he was rapping before me.
Oh, yeah?
And they was always putting their songs on MySpace and egging me on like, yo, come on, the girls, they going to
Yes.
You know, when MySpace was popping, MySpace was popping.
Yeah, me and Tom was boys.
So, you know what I mean? And when rapping became, it basically just brought all our relationships closer. It's like the same group of kids I'm doing my music with now and I'm running with now. I've been running with since I was 13.
And you say kids, but you, like you and I, you're growing up in the game.
Indeed.
It's like you and I started, we were just running wild, doing whatever, and now it's like, damn, this thing is actually means something. And now we got to watch what we say. Because we'll say something about a rapper and we'll get an email or we'll get a call and we'll be like, oh, damn, people are listening. So, I mean, I'm sure you guys are in that position now. Like,
absolutely.
You started and it was like, yeah, let's just put this video out. You put it out and you're like, damn.
Yeah, more or less.
30,000 hits? Like, whoa.
It's funny because at first we used to be able to do whatever we want. We still more or less do.
Yeah.
What we want. The internet is quite fun, but nowadays we think twice about some things. You know, it's like, well, if I do tweet this, it could.
Yes.
It could get a little ugly. It's funny because when people do have their ear out, you seem to take less consciousness than when they didn't.
Absolutely, and it's part of the growth, and what they call it in the industry is growing pains. You know what I mean? Like, while you're growing, you're assuming more responsibilities.
Yeah.
Now, along with growing, I want to do a actual applause because you're going on tour with Murs.
Yes, sir.
Murs is a beast, and his tour game is like bar none.
Yeah. His tour game.
How did that come about, and when does this begin? Because we're not going to see you for 3 years.
Yeah, well, the tour is going to be on September 27th to like the end of November.
Okay.
We doing 50 cities in like 60 days.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty serious.
Wow.
But,
bus life.
Yeah, bus life. It's gonna be be.
You better get used to Cheetos and Hot Pockets, baby.
Hey man.
And pop-offs from like cities that you ain't never heard of.
Right. I'm gonna be eating a lot of crazy things. I'm going to Boise, Idaho, and places like that. So, but you know, it's gonna be a good time. Murs did a project with Ski, and when he did a project with Ski, him and Ski came up with an idea for the tour. And then Tabby, he got down with the idea. I was obviously down with the idea. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not against going all over the country.
Not at all. Now you bring up Ski. Ski's dropping his project.
Yeah, Ski's about to put out the 24-hour karate school.
Are you on the project as well?
Definitely on the project.
Sky, man. Sky Q.
It's growing up out here.
I want to give him a commissary pound. You already know, man. Hold it down. You know what I mean? We're gonna be here every weekend.
For sure.
We gonna come visit. I mean, obviously, we all know Ski is family, but just so people who are not enlightened on what's going on, what's the relationship with Ski, and how does that come about?
Well, Ski's known me since before I dropped out my mom's. You know what I mean? So, and I hadn't seen him for a number of years, and then when I do see him again, I'm 17 years old rapping, and he's getting back into his beats, and you know what I mean? Like, our chemistry has always been good. We always get together and get the work done. And
it seems to me, I mean, Q has really put me on the Ski beats. I can't front. It seems to me Ski is very selective with who he works with.
Definitely.
Like, he don't have to do the big name cosigns. He's just redeveloped his name in a whole new era from the ground up.
Yeah, exactly. He picks and chooses who he wants, because more or less he created, in my opinion, and in a lot of other people in our generation's opinion, one of the greatest albums of all time, Reasonable Doubt.
Classic. Should have won triple.
You feel me? But like he has that right. He doesn't need to do every big name cosign, but when he feels somebody is worthy of working with him, just like somebody feels like they.
You talk about Hove, and this generation looks at Currency like a god. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like Currency created this formula of 420 rap that everyone has picked that and created their own movements from.
And I definitely give him credit for that too. Like I was listening before I got to, you know, I meet him and we became homeboys and we was doing work together. Like I was always a Currency fan. You know what I mean? Before, through all the situations he had with all the different people, like I was always listening to Spitter. So to be able to work with him and be around him and learn from him and everything was definitely an experience.
Now, is the relationship like that with you, or is still? Because the last time you was here, he's like, yo, he lets us do what we want. And
it's still, you know what I mean? It's a business relationship, but that's still my family.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? I'm not carrying him as I would carry somebody I'm sitting in a meeting with a suit and a tie.
Nah, but you guys have never dropped the name, never ever like used it, or I mean, and obviously you got your own claim without it.
Yeah, because it's more or less. I was rapping before I started working with Blue Rock. You know what I mean? It more or less came to because my uncle heard something I did and was like, oh, that's Dash? You know what I mean? That's my nephew? Oh, well, call him I hadn't talked to my uncle in a couple years before that. You feel
How
me?
was that? I mean...
It was funny. Like, I laughed because...
He ain't talking to you like his uncle no more.
Like, it's
He's like, oh, I got some paperwork for you.
It's just more or less like calling him like, yo, listen, you know, videos, this, that. You got to get your tour thing straight. Make sure your passport's good. We doing this, we doing that. So it's definitely work. But it's always good working with your family.
As the weed burn, world turn under my Adidas. Crew mediocre, my team some overachievers. Who would've knew? High school cheater, fucking cheerleaders. Make it to the point where niggas' pants won't be 'em.